I'm a firm believer in God. God released me, gave me a second chance. And here I am. I'm living proof that you don't have to do a long sentence. This time is ridiculous. They got rid of the review board, which would look at people's cases and see if they have too much time, and they will cut that time down if it's unreasonable. They don't have the review board no more. The review board, I don't know when it got dismantled, when it went away, but the review board was like the only thing at the time that I could look at and say, I'm not gonna do all of this time when I had all of this time. And it's so unfair in Georgia. The money that's flowing through, it's going in the wrong places. I can say that now, it's going in the wrong places because when a person gets locked up and incarcerated, it's like no other chance of getting out. Being in there, I know from being in there with inmates and being an inmate myself, it's just horrible, man. It's so sad and horrible, the things that are going on. And I'm gonna try to sum this up as quick as possible, man, because it's so much I want to share. It's just like I'm fumbling because I want to share this, I want to share that, I want to share this. So I'm trying to find the more necessary, more important things to focus on. And I'm gonna say this, it's a real problem in Georgia. We really need some better politicians. We need more congressmen, congresswomen. We need more politicians that'll focus on helping these inmates. Some have made mistakes. Some are locked up for life sentences and didn't even commit murders. It's just sad. The things they're doing, the way they're feeding these inmates, the way they're treating these inmates, just all around is so unfair how they're doing these men that have kids. I've had a roommate, James Platt, had 4 kids, 4 boys, by 4 different women. When I got out, I looked James Platt up, and he had a max out date of 2059. 2059. I don't know exactly how much time he got, what kind of sentence he got, but he's got 4 boys by 4 different women. And this was like 6-7 years ago when I looked him up. So, I mean, it's sad to say he's got 4 kids out here, 4 boys out here in society without a father. Just because the sister, and James Platt was innocent. I can say that for now. He's innocent. And his max out there is 2059. Maybe if we had better politicians that were attentive to situations like these that are going on, because these situations, they go unheard. Don't nobody hear about it. Don't nobody know about it. You know, at one time they were not even reporting when somebody would die in the prison system or when somebody would die in the jail. You know, so that's being exposed a lot more now, and we're seeing how unfair the conditions are a whole lot clearer now. But it's still a lot of things that are hidden. Social media has helped out a lot. I've seen many of conditions in prison systems on social media, and it's sad. We see it, we stroll through, we can't do nothing about it. What can we do? We can't do nothing but say, oh, that's sad. We can, you know, do the emoji thing or whatever we do, you know, comment or whatever, but that's not helping. The thing is, we need help. We need more politicians, like I said, like the bishop, and we need a whole squad of people who are actually trying to help these inmates because their crimes are going unheard. And there's so many situations and stories that I can share. I can go on forever. I'm telling you, it'll be dark if I continue on. And I'll just say again, I got to keep repeating, man. We need more politicians like the bishop in office. We need more bills like the bill she's trying to pass to get passed to give these inmates a second chance or to give them a chance, a fighting chance. Because in this country, the thing is money. If you don't have money, if you're poor, you get locked up, even if it's a lie, you can't do nothing. You ain't got no fight. You got to depend on a public defender, a state-appointed attorney to assist you. And usually, they're not given the knowledge to really be able to represent you correctly. And I can say that because I had 4 different public defenders in my case. I had a public defender that was telling me he didn't even want me to get on the stand to testify. Even though I wanted to get on the stand and testify so bad, but I got found not guilty in that trial. My second trial, I got on the stand and testified. I had another public defender, but this one was a lot better. But I'm just saying, I went through 4 different public defenders with all of them telling me, if you don't take this 25-year plea, you're gonna get 45 years if you go to trial and you get found guilty. But to find out the max they could give me was 25 years. You know? And all these different public defenders were telling me the same thing. 45 years if you go to trial, 25 years if you plea out. That's crazy. But I know so many people have got caught in that same trap that they were trying to trap me in. But once you plead out to those years, really there's nothing you can do. It's so unfair, man. And I'm gonna try to sum this up. Because the thing about Georgia, it's been going on for so many years, too long, way too long, that these inmates, they don't get a chance to even speak in a trial half the time. I got a brother right now that got sentenced to life without parole a few years ago. I tried to tell my brother to get on the stand and testify. He told me, no, I ain't get on the stand because my public defender, my lawyer, he didn't say public defender, he said my lawyer is against me getting on the stand and testify. So he got found guilty and got life sentence in prison without the possibility of parole because he didn't get on the stand and testify. And his lawyer suggested that he does not get on the stand to testify. This is the reason why he didn't get on the stand and testify, and he got found guilty. Now, why would a lawyer tell you not to get on the stand and testify, not to get on the stand and say anything? The thing is, the jury, when the jury sees that you don't want to get on the stand and testify, of course, when they're back there deliberating, somebody was, well, why didn't he get on the stand and testify? Why didn't he say anything? He must be guilty. They're gonna find you guilty 9 times out of 10 because you didn't get on the stand and testify. Your lawyer is supposed to know these things. This is what I'm saying. The public defender, for a public defender, a lawyer, to suggest that you don't get on the stand and testify, they're already putting you in a position to lose the trial. Because it's very important that you testify on the stand. Anybody and everybody that's fighting for justice, if you go to trial, get on the stand and testify. Speak. Because if you don't, an innocent person is going